and they were doing things, procedures. I remember a lot of lines, a lot of wires. And I noticed up in the right-hand corner of the room, there was this odd light. I call it a light because it looks like a light. But I've worked in ORs and I've worked almost every area of the hospital, and I had never seen something like this because my patients, when they were dying, they used to tell me, last night I saw this light and I think that was a tunnel. And I'm looking at that light thinking, is that a tunnel? Like, I am not impressed. It's so small. And then all of a sudden, it kind of got nearer to me and it opens and I'm in it. And it felt like I was drawn to it, or part of my body was, but I remember it was lovely. It was comforting, and I could see, like, I was going up, but I saw what I was leaving, and I could see my body. I could see they were at a table. I could see their shoes. I saw Ron. The room that I was in was an luminescent pink. I have never been able to see that color in a paint store. And I've gone to a lot of paint stores. It's not human. My eyes have seen things that aren't human. And when you try to describe it, it ends up sounding corny, like, because it's surreal. How can we explain it? I just remember that that God held me, and I have no doubt it was God. And he said, you can't stay. And I was really upset. I said, I can't stay. And I started telling him all the things I had done that were good. Telling God every social accolade I can possibly think of. I've given free care. I've been a good wife. I've been a good mom. Anytime I sacrificed, I tried to tell God this. And he said, let me ask you one question. Have you ever loved anyone the way you've been loved here? And I said, no, it's impossible. I'm a human, as if, God wouldn't know that. And he said, you can do better. And with that, like when I said I'm a human, it felt like he smiled, or that comment brought joy in some way that I could feel. And then after I said, no, I'm a human, and he said, you can do better. Then I was back on the table. Compared to all the material, all the love here, all the riches, it could not compare to the 1 or 2 minutes with him. And so when I started seeing that in a perspective that's my gift to look forward to, because I will die. We all will die. And, so much of our life is dreading it, is being afraid of it, of telling ourselves terrible things about our death, when in fact, maybe what we should do is start looking forward to that. I started living my life like I was preparing for that. So when people say, live your life like you're going to heaven, that is not a simple thing. I mean, you really do. You have to watch how you treat people. You have to watch what you do for people. You have to look at the acts of love you offer. That in my assignment was, I could give more love. How was I going to do that? God's kind of love, not the kind I had where it was about social accolades and fame and getting recognized. No, that was not sufficient love according to God.